A lot of people have asked, what does Frugal Daddy do for a living? Frugal Daddy is basically, I got hair in my mouth. Frugal Daddy is basically retired and on a fixed income. Now what he used to do for a living, Daddy used to work for Big Pharma. He worked for a very big, well-known international pharmaceutical company, and he made vaccines. His very favorite thing he ever made wasn't actually a vaccine, it was the anti-venom for the bite of the black widow spider. And they only made one batch a year, and it was very valuable, so they called it liquid gold. Since Frugal Daddy has retired, he is the clock guy. He has a YouTube channel called The Clock Guy, and he sells clocks on eBay. He buys usually antique clocks, usually very old antique clocks, and he fixes them and makes them run perfectly and beautifully, and then he sells them on eBay. And I'll give you links to his channel and to his eBay site, as I've done before. But for those of you who haven't gone over to check those out, well, we'll give you the links again. I used to like clocks before he became the clock guy and got my house all clocked up, because there's just clocks everywhere now, and it's not really the clean, clear, minimalist space that I have dreamt of. It's the clocked up space. Yay! So let's take a look at some of those clocks. Here's our front hall with Frugal Daddy. Hello. And several grandfather clocks. This clock has already sold.
It's a 1914 Waterbury Hall clock number 75. It is a very large, it's a few inches away from 8 feet tall. It's very large. It was probably built for a house like this with 12-foot ceilings. It's very Gothic, Victorian. It's dark, quarter-sawn oak, similar to the Mission style back then also. And it's extremely heavy.
Okay, it's already sold, so let's move on to things you can buy. This one is from the 1600s.
It was one of the first tall case clocks ever made in 1690. Well, this was designed actually to go out into the hamlets in England.
Into the hamlets?
Yeah, because the houses were a lot shorter. You know that, you've been there. Right, the house is out in the countryside.
Yeah, it's like they're for hobbits. It's a hobbit grandfather clock.
It was actually built for
a hobbit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. This.
I'm still working on
knocking over the old one. This one. Get up on your tippy toes so they can see you. He just got this one yesterday at an auction, and it's very interesting because it has some red on the face, and we don't normally see red like that on the face of the clock. Tell us more about it, Frugal Daddy-o.
Well, I apologize. I don't know a lot of it.
Oh, don't tell us anything about it. Let it be a mystery.
A lot of clocks don't have signatures like Seth Thomas or someone with famous names. They're just built and assembled with Seth Thomas parts, which I think the inside is, the movement. But the case may have been built by some local...
hobbit.
Yeah, hobbit or a furniture maker, either one. But it is really nice. It's beautiful hardwood. It has these really nice spandrels on the corners.
These are called spandrels, according to Frugal Daddy. Okay. Oh, look! A fourth grandfather clock in our small front hallway. Let's go see this one, too. Normally, we have a lot of mantle clocks in the house and a lot of cuckoo clocks on the walls. If you're a cuckoo clock fan, well, good for you. This one's from Germany. It has a roundy top.
Very unusual. You won't see many of these. I've tried to research them, and I found one.
In the whole world?
I just Googled it.
Very
There was
rare.
only one.
And you could own it. It's going to be listed on eBay.
Yes, it's probably 1920, my guess. It's a German Friedrich Motta. Very, very high-end clocks back then. It does have a Westminster chime. That is another German clock. It is a Westminster chime also, and it's running beautifully. That is from 1850, from E. Ingram. That is one of the first clocks that he made when he started his company.
Here's the one I like. This is another Weimar, or Weimar, from Germany. And it has a rounded look to it that I like. The Danish teak we like, and the tiny little feet. We're not going to show you every clock in the house because that would just take days and days and days. But we do have this little beauty too.
That's, well, these...
Is that what the handles are for?
Yeah, this is...
It was fine until he tried to help me. Go ahead, dear.
It's a very valuable clock. This is... made for Bailey Banks and Biddle in Philadelphia.
The jeweler.
Late 1890s, early 1900s.
It's actually pretty heavy.
It is. It has some special features. It also chimes on the quarter hour, but it only has 2 keyholes.
Chimes on the quarter hour, but has 2 keyholes?
I know!
Oh my God, that's amazing! Is this listed yet on eBay?
No, this is a $1,000 clock.
That's a $1,000 clock, people. It is heavy.
Yeah, this is a really nice clock. Everything about it is nice.
Everything about it's nice. Wouldn't it look nice on your mantle? Oh, we're winding it now with a big key and we're listening to it chime. Now we'll show you his newest acquisition, and this one's not very old, but it's very fancy. Sandwiched between our duck decoys, we have this rare and beautiful gem. Very rarely do we have a clock in the house that's all shiny and glass and metal, because it's usually the old wooden kind. But this is a very special, fancy clock.
Yes, I've always wanted one of these. It's called the, what's that name?
Le Coultre.
It's called the Atmos clock, which is short for atmosphere. It is perpetual motion. It runs forever without winding.
When was this clock made?
This is 1971, but they started in the 1950s, and some of them are extremely valuable.
So, that answers your question. Oh look, there's another clock back there. That's what Frugal Daddy does for a living.
That's from 1820. That's a really nice clock. And there's another one up there. It's a 1930s Newark clock company. They made this during the Depression.
Are we tilted? Is the camera tilted?
Is the camera tilted? Do we look tilted?
As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and check out Frugal Daddy's life with the links below. His videos are so fun and exciting.
Are you kidding?
Yes, I am kidding, honey. They are.
You should get a prize for going
boring.
to the end. We should give you something for going,
a clock!
making it all the way to the end of my videos. I am extremely boring. I'm sorry about that.
I wish I could disagree, but I've seen the videos. Wait, bye-bye. Are you waving like this? Wave like this. I feel like it's a...
I'm getting dizzy.
It's like
I'm
a
trying
pendulum
to join
thing.
in like the wave.
Do it.
And I'm going the wrong way.
Try it, try it. Okay, we're going to do the wave. That was pretty good, dear. When was this made?
1970s.
Groovy, groovy 1970s clock.
Have you been practicing that? Because I've never seen you dance like that.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I practice all the time.